Hello, ESS crew. It's Kara Lenorovitz, and welcome to our 16th weekly learning plan and our penultimate weekly learning plan of this segment and of this year. We're going to jump right into some housekeeping things. As you know, you should be using the weekly learning plan as a guide, as it contains more details than what you may be able to see directly in Canvas. It is also helpful to think about the fact that those past weekly learning plans contain a lot of useful information as well, including some additional resources like videos that may give you some other ideas about how to prepare, how to study, or how to review certain concepts. So I encourage you to check those out as a review tool as well. We are going to continue this week our Thursday synchronous sessions. We had a week off last week as everybody was wrapping up their Module 9 DBA. But this week we're all going to come back together again to present our collaborative project for Segment 2. So make sure that you are ready and able to join us on Thursday at your usual time, and that you are ready to present your slide and to enjoy those that everybody else created as well. In terms of office hours this week, they will happen at their regular time intervals on Tuesday from 8:30 to 10:30, Wednesday from 1 to 3 p.m. If you are somebody who needs to still make up and complete your Module 9 DBA, your last opportunities to do so are this week during office hours. There are 2 time slots that have been made available for you. You need to reserve one of those times and attend it ready to engage in our conversation about Module 9. Those times are from 8:30 to 9 on Tuesday and from 1:15 to 1:45 p.m. on Wednesday. Just so that you know, this week's office hours are very, very full. Several students have reserved in advance. So if you know you are somebody who would like to seek out an opportunity to chat during office hours, please make sure you try to do that scheduling early in the week so that you can ensure you have access to the time that you need. And as always, I am happy to respond to questions via email as well. In terms of the end, we are getting very, very close. What is left on the horizon, if you're on pace, is the collaboration project and your Segment 2 exam. So last 2 things on our agenda for the last 2 weeks. I do want to also remind you to keep an eye out for zeros. So remember, a 0 is a placeholder. That doesn't mean that you should give up and move on from that work. It means that's something that it needs tending to. I also want you to be mindful that there are some really important deadlines coming up this week and next week. This week, May 21st, which is Friday, is the deadline for Module 6, Module 7, and Module 8 work. So make sure you're looking carefully back through your grades. If you notice that any of those aspects are missing, or if there's something that you need to resubmit, the last opportunity to do so for those modules is going to be this Friday the 21st. That will ensure that I have enough time to review and evaluate your work and get you feedback before you head into the Segment 2 exam. It will also mean that I've had enough time to review your work and make sure that those grades are in before grades get exported from VTVLC to your sending school. The other important deadline is the following week, Friday, May 28th, and that is the deadline for some Segment 2 work from Module 9 through to the end. So that will include Module 9 work, it will include your Segment 2 collaboration project, and it will also include your Segment 2 exam. So let's take a look at that visually. Here you can see really the time that is remaining in our class. So we have this week and next week, 2 weeks only. So want to give you a couple of reminders. This week, again, on Thursday, you're going to be getting together with the rest of your peers in our regular synchronous session, and each one of you is going to be presenting your 1-slide presentation during that time about what happened over the Phanerozoic era. Friday, again, this coming week, is the deadline for Modules 6, 7, and 8 work. The following week, on May 24th, your final exam will be made available, and you will have that entire week until the 28th to take that exam. So you can schedule that when it works best for you. We will not have a formal synchronous session on Thursday the 27th. However, I will leave that time slot open, and I will be in my Zoom room during that time. So if you have questions or want to just come and check in, you are welcome to do that. All right, well, what about this week? If you're on pace, you really only have 2 jobs. One is your Segment 2 collaboration project, and the second is your Segment 2 exam preparation. That collaboration project piece, of course, means that you are present and participating in our synchronous session this Thursday, so make sure that that's true for you. In terms of segment 2 exam preparation, we'll look at some guidelines for how you might approach that. I do want to stress that it's much, much, much more successful for you and for your brain if you are doing just a little bit at a time over time rather than trying to cram at the last moment. So let's take a look at the weekly learning plan. So I'm pausing first on the home page. This happens to be for my ESSA section, but this would also apply for B and C. If you are there, you will notice that there is a new link at the time that says find out more about your segment 2 exam here. If you click on that, that's going to take you to the segment 2 exam topic outline. You had a similar topic outline for segment 1, so this structure probably will look familiar. It has information about when your exam will be available, the recommended amount of time you want to set aside so that you can comfortably complete the exam without interruption, the deadline for completing the exam, the exam weight, the structure in terms of the breakdown of the questions, some possible and suggested review strategies, and then the content it will cover. So you will see all of the learning objectives from segment 2 listed in one document there for you. The hope is that that makes it a little easier to find those items and then to spend some time doing some deliberate review. So know that that's available for you. In terms of our weekly learning plan, you'll see a short introduction as usual. Learning objectives, there aren't going to be any new learning objectives there, but I have outlined for you the collaboration project so that you have an idea of what you're aiming for as you're finishing up your slide and as you're delivering and presenting your slide, and then thinking about each other's presentations as well. As well, you're going to see some communication reminders, information about pacing, and again, you're going to see those 2 deadlines that we've been talking about for the past several weeks, May 21st being the deadline for modules 6, 7, and 8, May 28th being the deadline for segment 2 work from module 9 through to the end. And then if you go to your to-do list, you're going to notice that you have 3 jobs to complete. Those jobs are your segment 2 collaboration project. Within that, you have 2 small jobs. One is to complete your slide and to put that into our slideshow and present it in class. And the other is going to be reflecting on our collaboration process. The second job is your segment 2 exam preparation. Again, I strongly encourage you to start that early and do a little bit at a time. It's going to allow your brain to do a better job of recalling, making connections between material, and then feeling comfortable when you're taking the exam. And then the third piece there is attending class. Again, we're all going to be together on Thursday the 20th for our collaboration project and to do a little bit of class closure. Below that, you'll see some more information about office hours. Again, if you're somebody who's in the position who still needs to do your Module 9 DBA, those makeup times are listed there within the office hours, so make sure you're scheduling that for yourself. As usual, the helpful resources are there, and then you'll see a preview of your upcoming work, which is not much, getting ready for your segment 2 exam. So let's quickly sum up. All right, so here it is. What do you need to complete? For your collaboration project, you need to construct your slide and add it to our class slideshow by this Tuesday, the 18th. That will ensure that I can check it over before we head into our Thursday class and that everybody has all pieces in there and that they will work smoothly. Second part of that is to present your slide during our synchronous session. You're going to have about 1 to 2 minutes to share with us the most important highlights of your geologic time period and connections that you see between Earth systems and how those systems may have been interacting and how they may have changed during that time frame. And then the third aspect of that is reflecting on your collaboration. This piece will be due next Tuesday. Second job is to continue and to start preparing for your segment 2 exam. So you'll see preparation there. Your easiest first step, if you haven't done this already, is going to be to organize your notes and assignment and quizzes and tests so that you have them organized by module. Third job is to attend class, so make sure that you're there and present, ready both to present and to be a good audience member for our presentations. And then strong reminder, if you're behind schedule, the time frame for getting caught up is very, very limited. So make sure you're really dedicating the time to do that. If you are somebody that needs to do that Module 9 reschedule, make sure you're scheduling and reserving your time in the Canvas calendar, either for this Tuesday from 8:30 to 9 or Wednesday from 1:15 to 1:45. Again, deadline for Module 6, 7, and 8 work is the 21st. Deadline for Module 9 work to the end is May 28th. As always, please do reach out for help if you have questions or you need assistance with anything. Otherwise, I will look forward to seeing you in person on Thursday.